you're only supposed to pick 5.
But how am I supposed to only choose 5? I love all of my backpacking gear. What favorites are you gonna pick?
I don't know. But picking favorites only leads to hurt feelings. Hello everyone, Corbin and Melody with TWGR. How's everyone doing? I got tagged by Devin from Backcountry Exposure. This tag's been going through quite a few
YouTubers.
Really good outdoor YouTube channels. And it's our 5 favorite backpacking items.
So one thing we found interesting in picking our items is like the type of items that we chose as our favorites were very different from each other. Probably because you do more solo camping.
Yeah, that's what
solo backpacking.
That's what we were figuring it was.
Yeah, and I usually always go with him, so I don't necessarily use a lot of the things that he uses or need to bring a lot of the things that he brings because we're both there. So a lot of mine are kind of comfort based. Out in the backcountry. So one of my most favorite things that I've had since I backpacked for the first time with you was my X mug. This was something that he told me was essential, something that he also loves, and so I went and got one for our first little overnight we ever did together, and I bring it on every single backpacking trip, and I bring it on every single hike, like day hikes, anything, because I like having a hot beverage when I'm out there, especially in the winter. I bring hot apple cider, hot cocoa, black tea. He usually has coffee. Every once in a while I might have coffee, but this little thing, I use it every single time, and
I've eaten my oatmeal out of it in the morning.
Yeah, oatmeal.
Little eating cup.
Yeah, and it's a measuring cup. It has measuring lines in there for your, if you do dehydrated meals and stuff like that, it comes in handy. And it folds to nothing and is really lightweight. And I love this thing. And so it is one of my favorite things.
My first item, guys, is the Z-Seat by Thermarest. Most of you guys have one or know exactly what it is. I love this for multiple reasons. For one, in the winter or summer, I have a dry and softer spot to sit. So I love that about it. I've used it to fan the fire with, to get the fire going, so it really comes in handy for that, I think.
Yes. And to block the stove whenever we take a stove when we can't cook on a fire.
Used it as a windscreen around a stove, if the winds are up. I also personally use it when I take my my Thermarest base camp, which is a big bulky pad, but I still love it to death. So I don't hurt it when I set it down on the ground and stuff. I'll just wrap it around it, and when I attach it to the bottom of my bag, that's taking the brunt of any force, when I set the bag down. So, I mean, it's just really, really versatile.
I love my ZC too. Let's see. My next favorite item is my puffy. This is an Outdoor Research Sonata Ultra hooded down. So this is 800 fill, and it still weighs just under a pound. And it's also probably one of my most expensive pieces of gear that I've ever purchased. But I love this thing. Like, it might even be my favorite piece of gear out of everything I have. I mean, it's covered in gear tape because of all the embers that have burned my beautiful puffy, but it is warm. Like, it is the warmest and most comfortable thing I ever put on. Right. So, like, when I get to put this on at night, it's like my favorite time. It's like, and that one time in San Rafael where I fell in that really, really cold river for a minute.
Right.
And I had to change clothes, and this probably saved me because we were able to hike and get to camp, and I was able to be warm because I was able to put this on because it didn't get wet. Because I keep it in a dry sack in my backpack. But it's with me almost every day hike in the winter is with me, and every backpacking trip, no matter what time of year, I take this with me. And it's like, it's my favorite thing to put on the whole time that I'm backpacking. I love it.
So my second item is the Silky Gomboy. I'm pretty sure this is the 10-inch. I did break the tip off, which I think everyone that has one of these has done, and it still performs well. How long have I had this now?
At least a year and a half, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, at least
probably about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Original blade, still cuts like nobody's business.
Yeah.
I take this when I'm backpacking for sure. I have the Sven 21-inch saw, which if you guys watch my channel, you know what saw I'm talking about. And I don't usually take that when I'm backpacking. I'll take this if I do take a saw, just because it's lighter, a little lighter weight and a little more compact. But this has been a workhorse for me, So that is my second item, the Silky Gomboy pruning saw. It's a pruning saw, actually. But
We do enjoy our good fire every time we can.
usually.
Let's see, another big comfort item for me that I is my favorite are my sleeping socks. So these are new ones that I haven't even tried yet. I want to, but I haven't needed to. But these are fleece lined. I'm super excited. I get very cold feet at night. Very cold feet, and it doesn't even matter, my sleeping bag or any of that stuff. I just have cold feet. I have cold feet at home.
Yeah.
So I love putting on fresh, clean socks, and so I always bring sleeping socks. And then I'll just hike in the same pair of socks and not care. But I love sleeping in a different pair of comfortable, thick, really warm socks. It's one of my favorite things.
Huge. Sorry about the dog, guys. We are at home. It's pretty cold. We've had a light winter here in Utah, but it's pretty cold today, so we decided to do this in the comfort of our abode.
Yeah.
Okay, so my third item is my cocoon pillow. And I don't know, I bought this pillow and I used it for a while, and I enjoyed it, but then I was trying to cut weight, right? And I started using a stuffed sack.
A stuffed sack
or
with a fleece
a dry sack
line on it.
Any kind of a sack that I could stuff my fleece in or in my jacket or whatever and make a pillow. And I started getting so uncomfortable. I wasn't sleeping very well anymore.
You weren't sleeping as well. You kept waking up.
So I went back to using this, and I'll never stop using this again. It's an amazing product, guys. The cocoon pillow. It is an air pillow, and it does have some insulation to it. My head doesn't ever get cold on it, and in the winter, I sleep with a beanie on anyway, so I wouldn't know how cold the pillow actually was. But yeah, that's my third item, guys. The blow-up cocoon pillow. Love it to death.
I love this sleeping bag. It's the Mountain Hardwear Hyperlamina Torch 3 degree, and it is it's synthetic, but it's a lightweight synthetic.
I think it's the Spiraloft.
Yeah, it's a Spiraloft, but it's pretty lightweight.
Mountain Hardwear uses.
Yeah, thermal Q Spiraloft. And it has this really nice baffle in here that just cradles my shoulders, and it keeps the heat in all around here, so I never lose heat out of this bag. And it's front zip, which is just really comfortable for me. I'm a side sleeper, and so having that out of my way is really nice. And it's pretty roomy too. It has a nice roomy footbox.
And the material that it's made from is so soft.
It's soft.
Really amazing. It's a lot softer than my Hotbed Torch 0 degree. I've slept in both, and this is
so
one of the most
and
comfortable sleeping bags I've ever slept in, guys. So It's worth the money. It is a little expensive.
Yeah, it's I think I got it for like $270, $250, something like that.
Yeah.
But
but it's worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it for this bag. I love this bag. Keeps me very warm and comfortable all night.
Anyway, guys, so my fourth item is my Benchmade bushcraft knife. I love this knife. I actually was unpacking this morning from a trip me and my dad did, which will be up on the channel soon. We went to the bushcraft camp and just had an evening, little short video, nothing too crazy. That will be up again, like I said, soon on the channel. I thought I left this up there, and
for a minute.
yeah, I wish I would have I wish we could have recorded.
He was a mess.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
He was getting ready to go hike up there that second to retrieve his knife, and
then I found it as I was unpacking my bag. And yeah, it was priceless. According to her, it was priceless, but
you took it like this and you said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I love you, I love you, I love you." And then you sat with your knife and stared at it, and then he oiled it.
Give me that back.
And then and then chose it as his favorite.
That's one of my favorites. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's the Benchmade Bushcrafter. It is a really, really nice knife. I like it. The sheath, I like it, but I don't. I haven't done a preview or a review on it yet. That will be coming someday. As you guys know, I kind of stopped doing those types of videos for the moment, but
been busy doing stuff.
Yeah, I like to go out and
it's been such a mild winter, we've been able to get out a lot.
And just keep on keeping on with the hiking and backpacking. But anyway, yeah, this is it, guys. I mean, I'm sure most of you have seen it and know what it's all about. 1/4-inch steel, full tang. It's one of the bad boys for any kind of knife, really, any kind of use. So yeah, that's my fourth item. Love it to death.
Okay, that brings me to my fifth item, which this is a recent acquisition, but I'm already deeply in love with these boots. They are the La Sportiva Nucleo High GTX boot, hiking boot. And I went to REI a couple months ago and tried on a few different things because my Loas, I've been wearing them for like 3 years. It was time.
Long time.
Which were also boots. Great boots. And I tried these on, and I tried on Solomon's, and and then I had to think about it because I love them both, and then I had to think about it for a while. But I'm a little bit of a clumsy person occasionally. I don't always, with the feet, it's not always clean. Anyway, these were the grippiest boots that I could find, but also being lightweight and very supportive and very comfortable. And waterproof, all of those things. Yes, they were pricey, but yes, they were super comfortable. And I wore them all last weekend when we were in Bryce Canyon, which is also a video that will be coming soon. We spent an entire weekend in Bryce Canyon goofing around with my new boots, and they did wonderfully. We hiked like
there wasn't
12 to, 13, 14 miles or something for the weekend.
Like that. There was really no break-in time for her either. She didn't get
No, I bought the new boots on Thursday, and then we left on Friday. And I had no problems at all. They were extremely comfortable, and I didn't even fall. I didn't slide or slip on this trail, and there was snow and ice.
Yeah,
and I didn't fall once.
And we didn't take the micro spikes. We left those in the truck, which was silly of us for certain portions of that hike. But
well, most of it wasn't icy, but there were a few spots that, probably wouldn't have been worth carrying them on, but maybe they would have been nice once in a while. Right. But these boots did so well, and I'm just really excited about them that they just kind of are my favorite right now because they're new and exciting, and I love them already. So that's my number 5.
They are nice. I'd steal them if they were my size. Mm-hmm. So guys, my fifth and final item is something that I take with me all the time, everywhere. Whether I'm hiking, backpacking, bushcrafting.
Mm-hmm. We actually both get use out of this every time we go out.
Yes.
Go
Yeah, it's very.
together.
I mean, there's so many different things I use for it. Yeah. She got a cup like the one that's in here, but yeah, it's my canteen cook set. You know, it's something you can get at the General or Army Navy
surplus.
Yeah, Army Navy surplus store.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes in this really dense OD green. I don't even know.
Canvas.
Yeah, it's like a canvas, really.
It's like a light
Pouch,
canvas.
and you can attach it to a belt. It's got MOLLE webbing on the back of it. Most of you guys have seen these before. So yeah, it comes with the cook pot and the canteen. This isn't the original canteen. I bought this. This is a Nalgene canteen. And I bought this from Gearheads in Moab, Utah. It's just a little better quality than the one that came with it. But yeah, I use this tons. I mean, it carries water. I can cook with it, soups. I can boil my water for coffee right in the fire or on a stove. We'll work on both. And the case is a nice hot glove.
Yeah.
For when
I've used it many times.
you know, for when you've got this down in the fire, if your handles get cold, you can just grab it and get it out. So one of my most favorite piece of kits, and people that, you know, you guys that do watch my channel, you know I'm a coffee fiend. So this thing goes with me everywhere so I can have a cup of coffee. So yeah, that's my fifth and final item, backpacking item. One of my faves.
So this is something that we just wanted to talk about because it's my favorite piece of gear for him to take. I got this for Corbin last Valentine's Day. You know, so he could always find his way back
Thank you,
to
baby.
me.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes me feel safe and secure because
Well, you got to tell people what it is.
this is a Spot. Gen
It's
3
the
Spot.
Spot Gen 3.
Yeah, so he's able to...
Most of you probably know what it is just from looking at it.
Yeah.
For those that don't.
So he's able to send me an email from wherever he is in the backcountry just to let me know his location, that he's okay, or that he's at camp. And that way, you know, I'm kind of updated without him needing to have cell service or anything like that, and it gives me peace of mind. And also he can call search and rescue if he ever needs that option. So I know that he's okay out there because he has this, and he keeps it on him when he's out there, especially because he goes solo a lot. And so it's just nice. It gives me peace of mind.
And it has, you know, I kind of fought with it when I first got it just because I really liked the solidarity.
Lone wolf.
Yeah, the lone wolf feel of being on my own and having to fend for myself or deal with whatever situation may arise out in the backcountry. But it really has become an essential piece of my kit, and I take it hiking, backpacking. If I just go into the backcountry to shoot some film, I take it just in case, you know, or some photos, or we take it truck camping just to have it. It pretty much goes with us everywhere.
Yeah. So this one is our favorite.
Yeah, that's one that's both of our favorites. So, all right, guys. So that concludes our 11 favorite backpacking items. I want to thank Devin again from Backcountry Exposure for tagging me and including me on this. There's been a lot of good channels tagged on this so far. I'm very grateful to be involved.
We've been watching a lot of videos.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of videos. So.
And this was fun for us to think about. Like, it was a fun little.
It was actually.
I
actually had a dream about trying to choose my favorite piece of gear.
Favorite? No. Please, no. Favorite. Please, Devin, don't make me choose my favorite.
And yeah, it was. I don't know. It was pretty crazy. It's hard to choose. So. Anyway, I had to tag. I'm gonna have to tag a few people to continue on with this. So I'm going to tag ZZ Outdoors, Haggard Wilderness, and Matthew Posa. So those are my 3 tags. Hopefully we'll see some videos from those guys. I'd love to see videos from those 3 guys. They're guys I watch all the time.
Yeah,
so
we enjoy.
definitely. Anyways, guys, check out Devin's. That's the other thing too. Of course, check out Devin's channel. Anyone who hasn't, he's got a great gear review and trip channel. He does a ton of gear reviews. The guy's really knowledgeable in gear. So.
Yeah, and he has a lot of gear.
And he has a lot of gear. So, all right, guys. Appreciate you all. Be safe.
And adventure on.